Don't move. Who are you? What are you? Wait a moment. Tell me, stranger, what's your name?
Name's Jax.
Then I wasn't mistaken. Amazing. I heard you were dead. Is it true you defeated the hybrid with your bare hands?
Yeah, he never stood a chance.
Your efficiency is the stuff of legend. But facing the hybrid without a weapon? That is amazing. My name's Radek, by the way. Azok will want to know you're here.
Who's that?
I'm sure he'll tell you himself. A lot has changed since the depot was set up. Come on, I'll show you around.
Well, the tour can't hurt.
Come on, let's go. Follow me. Are you planning on staying?
We'll see. Why?
You see, the thing is, you're not exactly popular here. Many among us want you dead for what you did to the hybrid. Speaking of dead, we're in luck. There's an execution today. We really don't want to miss that.
The verdict has been passed. Unlawful efficiency has been proven beyond reasonable doubt. The defendant has accepted the judgment. Execute the convicted party. Good work. You know the drill. Pick up your posts as soon as you're done.
I was wondering how long they were going to let him get away with his behavior. Next, we'll head on over to our research facility.
Did you know him?
Barely. I know he was one of the collectors from one of the back offices in the depot.
What were his crimes?
Anyone who violates the directive is executed. Simple as that. That seems to shock you? You must remember the directive and what it says.
I do. I guess not as much has changed as I thought it had.
Is that pity in your voice? Interesting. I've heard you've let your emotions run wild. Let's walk and talk about it. Don't think that we have no emotions. We were forced to accept that being emotionless didn't help our evolutionary development. It blinded us. It made it possible for someone like you to almost bring us down. That's why everyone is given only as much Elex as they need to do their job as effectively as possible. Right now, we're standing in front of the Computing and Research Center. This is where the optimal level of Elex consumption is calculated, among other things.
What is the optimal amount, then?
That depends on your assignment. A tactician who doesn't fear for his troops won't be an effective tactician. On the other hand, a guard who's afraid of killing is not an efficient guard. The middle way seems to be the best choice.
So you only try to suppress emotions when they're getting in the way?
That's right. And those are our new rules for Elex consumption. And when it comes to making these calculations, this research facility is particularly good. Now, if you have no more questions, I have something else to show you. Follow me.
You were talking about an experiment. What should I expect?
We're trying to breed children who...
Hang on. You're doing what?
We're creating a new generation of rationally thinking tacticians. Let's go into the classroom and have a quick listen. Maybe we can learn something.
No time for conversation.
The lesson from last time should still be within easy recall. We will practice it again today. Sit down. Good. Now, remember yesterday's practice. Concentrate.
Teacher,
No questions, Makar. Do not make me repeat myself. Feel the emotion welling up inside you. Remember last week's punishment. Feel the fury it caused rise inside you. If it threatens to overwhelm you, try focusing on the equations we learned yesterday. I am Where had we got to? Ah, yes, exactly. Were you able to call up the anger? If so, I want you to give me the solution to the problem. If not, we'll repeat last week's punishment. Inefficiency will not be tolerated. Practice at home, then complete a 3-page report on your emotional stability indices. Makar, I especially want to see yours. I'm concerned about your progress. Improve.
yes, ma'am.
Session complete. You can go.
I have lessons, sir. I have...
Okay, now I have time. Did Azoxen... A human? Why are you here? How did you get here? How was it allowed?
What did you call me? I had a higher rank in the Alps than you'll ever have.
Ah, yes. I recognize your features. Are you the traitor?
To some. Not without reason, either.
It's really you. Very interesting. Your overthrowing of the hybrid totally changed how we process emotion. I'm probably one of the very few here who don't hate you for that. All my work is based on what you achieved.
What are you working on?
As the only teacher, I am responsible for supervising our young. I have been since we started letting them grow up without Elex as an experiment. Are you interested in the emotional development of our younger generation?
So, you monitor their emotional development?
Correct. The integration of Elex into an organism causes neurochemical processes inhibiting emotion. Exactly how this happens remains unclear. Here with the children, We're trying to create the effect of Elex consumption without the introduction of Elex itself, through mental exercises alone. This is my primary goal, developing the emotional strength of our young.
Tell me more about your teaching.
What do you want to know?
What do the children do in their free time?
They have emotions like everyone, so I imagine they do the same as other children. Learning and preparing for the next lesson.
How old are the children when they first receive Elex?
We do not yet know. This experiment is the first of its kind. Emotional development is not something that can simply be planned.
Do the kids learn anything else here besides emotion control?
Of course. A large part of the program consists of training in biotechnical sciences. The fusion of living beings and machines. Our mutants being a good example of an application of this science.
Are you still able to control the mutants?
That is a good question. There is report data of Elexiters that can still control mutants, but it is unconfirmed. What is confirmed is how regularly our patrols are attacked by them. That being the case, I am short of objects for my students to examine.
You need mutants for your classes?
Yes? That gives me an idea. Maz says you're a good soldier. I'd like to hire you as a supplier.
Supplier? For mutants, or what?
That's right. You could supply me with mutant parts. Of course, I would provide you with motivation in the form of payment. So, what do you think?
I'll get you mutants for your class.
Good. Let's start with something easy. I set some bait with my students last week to attract rote mulches.
Rote mulches? Those disgusting rat-like mutants?
Yes, that's an accurate description. The class and I treated the bait with a contrast medium that makes the creature's entrails glow. Now we collect them so I can demonstrate how the inner organs of the mutants are laid out. Any questions?
Where do I find the rope mulches?
You go out the south gate. In front of the gate, you keep right. There's an old house there. That's where my class and I set the bait. It should have been there long enough to attract some rote mulches by now. If you could bring me 6 of them, that should be enough.
What would you have done if I wasn't hunting them for you?
I would have shot them myself. I am capable of killing a rote mulch. I know where to aim.
Would you be willing to teach me too?
I think it would be unwise to have you amongst my students, but I see no reason I could not give you a private lesson. There's just one condition. Your thirst for knowledge must remain strong.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Excellent. We can begin as soon as you are ready.
As you can see, the kids here are thriving. The Elex experiments seem to be going well.
So what exactly are the kids learning here?
We're training them to achieve similar efficiency without Elex as they would with it.
Wait, you mean the kids aren't getting any Elex?
Right. It's an attempt to breed efficiently without the addition of Elex. Most albs never learn to handle emotion. Without Elex, many of us are completely at the mercy of our feelings. That's what we're trying to prevent from happening with these children. They're taught how to deal with emotions without neglecting their efficient thinking.
Without Elex, they're nothing more than normal people, aren't they?
No. As soon as they're of age, they'll be given their daily Elex rations like everyone else. According to our calculations, with access to Elex, emotionally strengthened albs should be able to reach the next stage of evolution.
What makes you think this could work?
Because it worked in the past. with you. You were an alb and managed to keep your emotions under control. We suspect that's the only reason you were able to stand up to the hybrid. We're studying this phenomenon and trying to recreate it so we can perfect it. But if you want to know more, you should talk to our scientists. Let's keep going. We are about to enter the Collector's sector. They're responsible for finding Elex and bringing it to the silos. It's not particularly demanding. The Collectors who live here don't need to be especially efficient. So they only get low doses of Elex, which makes them prone to uncontrolled emotional outbursts. If it were up to me, we wouldn't let them stay in the depot. We'd ship them out somewhere. Let's keep going. I don't like being around these people. Follow me. You might have noticed that back here, it's much more disorganized. Not like the rest of the depot. The Collectors and their...
What goods have you got?
Yes, sir.
Come on, move it! Where was I? The Collectors and their lifestyle is a source of friction. If you're not careful, you might even end up getting robbed. It wouldn't have happened in the Hybrid's day.
Number?
What are the numbers for?
The fact that you're asking tells me you don't have one. It means that you're not listed in the system as a food recipient, which means no free meals for you. If you don't have a number, you're only permitted to buy food. Would you like to do that?
Luckily, we're now out of the Collector's sector again. Right here, we're entering the Soldiers area. Things are a lot more orderly here. These guys make difficult decisions, so they get correspondingly larger rations of Elex. And you can stock up on decent weapons here, too.
You allow trading in the depot?
We do now. Trade has helped us to create a kind of reward system for effective action. We pay our workers with Elex. They use it to buy things that help them work more efficiently. It seems to motivate them. But you can take a look at all that later. Right now, I'm gonna take you to Azok. Come on. That's the agent's precinct up there. Their job is to keep an eye on the Collectors and everyone else.
Someone there?
Make sure everyone takes their Elex ration and that
Smart
nobody
move.
takes
You better leave.
more or less.
Smart move.
They keep an eye on things and keep everybody in line. Are you deliberately keeping me waiting?
Step forward and begin. Enough. Back in formation. Next. Poor form. Next. Good. That'll do. You will continue training on your own until the next evaluation. Work on your form. Name and rank.
Don't you recognize me?
Taking note. Former commander does not adhere to protocol. What's more, I ask the questions. You do not. Let us continue. Reason for your return.
I'm looking for work.
The only kind of work you'll find here is physical. My program comprises melee and range combat. I also improve my trainees' physical condition. In your case, I have received no instructions to deny you training, although I certainly would have understood had such instructions been issued. I will charge you Elexit for every unit of training. However, if that approach doesn't appeal to you, you can try your luck with the humans. You are experienced in that area, after all.
I want to regain my old skills. Can you help me?
No, but Kel can. You have not been rehabilitated yet, however. This path will only be open to you once you have rejoined our ranks. Incidentally, that was the last question I will permit from you.
Can we carry on?
Not now.
I hope this has helped you get an idea of how the depot works, and that your return to our ranks won't be too tricky.
It won't.
I expected nothing else from someone like you. I look forward to welcoming you back to the team soon. I'm going back to the gate now. May efficiency guide your actions. I don't have time for you right now.
I did not anticipate your return. State your business immediately.
Am I supposed to know who you are?
I am Alexiter Azok, Guardian of the new directive, responsible for the depot. Now answer my question.
I want to join you.
The optimum time for that has passed. Why are you stating this now? You are no longer an ALB commander. You belong in the past. But if you're willing to assist us, I will tolerate it. You have amends to make.
Wait, you're not kicking me out?
What my people think of you is a matter for them. But it's because of you that we recognize the value of emotion and increased our efficiency. So I am neutral towards you personally, but I will have my agents watch you closely as long as you're here. If you break our rules, you will face sanction.
What's the situation here?
These new enemies are putting considerable pressure on us. Keeping them in check ties up resources and creates gaps in our organizational structure. Bridging those gaps will be your responsibility. Seek out Commander Arissa. She is at a breaking point and needs assistance. But expect no welcome from her. She still considers you a traitor. If your work for her is satisfactory, I will consider allowing you to rejoin us. You are getting a second chance. Very few do. Do not disappoint me.
another player in the great game of Magellan. I see your path has returned you to these icy climes once more. It has been some time.
Pt18, if I'm not mistaken.
You still know my name. That is, interesting. We so rarely had the pleasure, after all.
You were a scout for the Ice Palace? You were quite the traveler back then.
I never fully abandoned the work, you know. Although I am no simple scout these days.
You're being modest. I hear you're the first Alexander, the highest spiritual leader of the Alps.
You, the beast of Zakor, can call me Ekrom.
Of course. Titles are hollow, no matter how hard you work to get them.
And yet, you still follow the path of your former people. There must be a reason for that, surely. I assume you are here because of the invaders ravaging our planet.
There are a lot of things I have to take care of.
Well, that is interesting indeed. What can I do to aid you in your efforts?
You could put in a good word for me with the Alps.
I could do that, but your own decisions are what brought you here. If you can win our people over, convince them of your cause, whatever that might be, then you will have earned it. If not, however...
I understand.
I can only give you a piece of fatherly advice. Be consistent in all you do. A fickle man is never as effective or as admired as a stalwart soldier in single-minded pursuit of a goal.
What do you plan to do about the foreign invaders?
At the moment, we Albs are in the worst strategic position of all the Magellan peoples. And we are not as well equipped as the invaders. That means we are likely to be their first target. We must be vigilant. We must track the invaders' every move. That is one of the reasons I spend so much time in the depot at the moment.
That's it? Vigilance? I expected more from you. Haven't you got a plan?
Don't confuse my not sharing a plan with you with the absence of a plan. I hardly need remind you that you've proven problematic for the Albs more than once. Prove you deserve the respect of our people, however you contrive to do so. Perhaps if you do so, I will impart my knowledge and plans to you. Until that day comes, however.
You're leader of the Alps. Aren't you worried walking around outside the depot without protection?
I am an Elexitor of the Alps. If I cannot withstand the perils of Ignadon, how am I to lead an entire people? And one more thing. The invaders are ferocious and determined opponents. If you value your life, you do well to steer clear of Marakor. They are most active there.
You dare just show up? We won't tolerate filthy traitors here.
Alexander Azok sent me.
I don't give a shit. I remember what you did. You brought down the hybrid. You destroyed the converters. You killed our people. If permitted, I would execute you where you stand.
There was no future with the hybrid. Not for anyone. I did what needed to be done.
You think you had the right to decide that?
If you want to execute me, do it already. But what would be the point? You're all doing just fine as far as I can tell.
Your judgment is as substandard as your character. Our supply of Elex is pitiful. We've lost half our territory. The fight against the new invaders is tying up valuable resources.
Well, what are you gonna do about it?
Everything in our power. Just so you know, I've been tasked to protect us all from harm. And you're making it difficult to tolerate your presence.
I've never seen you this mad, Orisa.
That's not what we're talking about. But why do you think that is?
If you've got such a problem with me, why are we even talking? Tell your agents to pull the trigger.
And go against Azok? I don't think so. In any event, a quick death is too good for you.
You expect me to just disappear?
I'm giving you a choice. Sneak off like you did before, or find a way to fix the harm you caused. If it's the former, stop wasting my time and leave.
Where's my help needed?
Go to the crater. Find out if someone named Skibor is alive or dead.
What's the point of that?
I asked for help, not questions. You'll have to earn answers, let alone trust. Now do what I told you. Find Skibor. If he's alive when you get there, keep him that way.
I found Skibor. He's fine.
Do you think your assurance is worth anything to me? I'll believe you when I see him.
Keep your emotions under control.
I brought the rope mulch entrails for you.
Excellent. Thank you. I will preserve them for later dissection in biology class with my students. You won't be able to help me with that. Was it difficult, hunting down the road mulches?
Do I look like I would have a problem with mutant rats?
You are very confident. Interesting. I think this will do as a reward, considering how easy it was for you. Now that's been taken care of, I'll need to deal with these entrails pretty quickly. Once I'm done with this, I could use your help again. So check back in a couple of days.
I can't right now.
It was a pleasure doing business with you.
I'll come with you to the depot.
Smart move. Follow me. Let's get the hell out of this shithole. Everyone here will try to swindle you, but not on my watch. Stay close. Wouldn't want you getting lost in all the junk.
Pissed away half, lost the other half.
What the fuck are you talking about? You don't just lose your shot.
Fine. You better be right this time.
About stealing?
Our first stop is outside the crater. The faster we get out of here, the better. Don't want to get any more diseases. I always find the climb difficult somehow. That's the disadvantage of not consuming much Elex. Your strength starts to dwindle.
Why don't you up your level then?
And risk losing my human form? No way. The people here can never know what I am. I take the Elex I need at the depot. It's enough. The air is clearing. Sweet oxygen. Can you feel it filling up your lungs?
The stink's not as bad here, if that's what you mean.
Exactly. Feeling for your surroundings, you know? That's what sets the likes of you and me apart from other Alps. The pinnacle of evolution. My ass. Feeling is fascinating. Right, as I was saying. Feeling is fascinating. And most of our people run from understanding it.
These things take time.
You learned that little saying from the humans, did you? Time we got plenty of. Willingness, on the other hand, the will to change isn't exactly something our people have to spare. But that'll change too, just like everything in life. The crater, left by the comet. See all that beauty stretching out in front of us?
Looks like a load of tin shacks to me.
Yes, but that's only half the story. The crater might be the world's biggest junkyard, but it also symbolizes the birth of the Alps. Without the Elex the comet carried, we wouldn't exist. Well, I've seen enough. How about you?
Let's get moving.
Right. Not to make this weird or anything, but you're one of the reasons why I exist.
What do you mean by that?
The way I look. But, I guess I need to explain. Back when you and the humans... Oh, damn! Look at those two up ahead. I think they want something from us. I've butted heads with one of them before. You better handle this. You gotta make sure that they let us pass. Do whatever it takes.
What are you gonna do?
I'll watch and learn. I'm looking forward to seeing how you solve this one.
Good. Stay out of the way.
Got it.
You lost, buddy? Or were you and your friend here looking for a nice, quiet spot for some alone time?
Let us through and we're all good.
You and I seem to have different views on the current situation. Give me some cold, hard Elexit. This is a toll road, you know, and I'm collecting.
Remember what Viper said. He made it real clear we're not supposed to shake down travelers.
Do I look like I give a flying fuck what that measly bastard says? 200 shards. Right fucking now.
Here's my counteroffer. You pay me, and I let you live.
I knew this guy was trouble. Come on, let's make a break for it.
Look, you got the wrong idea. It's just a road toll. I gotta ask for it. It's not up to me. Honest.
Fork over the Elexit, and we can forget this ever happened.
You heard him. Pay the man.
What? Why me?
Just do it, damn it. Well, looks like that's settled. We're gonna get out of here.
Good idea. Get out of here before I change my mind.
Whoa, that was unexpected. I can't believe you spared that vagrant's life. I admit, I assume the opposite. Anyway, let's get out of here. But I do need to slow down a little. My stomach is killing me again. Let's, get a little farther. I really don't know what's wrong. It's been like this a few days now. These weak organic bodies are shit. I think maybe I need more Elex after all.
You wanted to tell me what's going on with your human body.
Many of us couldn't understand how you beat the hybrid all those years ago. And we couldn't ask you because you hightailed it out of there. But a lot of us... Where was I? Oh, yes. So to increase our efficiency, we tried reducing our Elex consumption. Which would have happened anyway, by the way.
Why?
Simple. The converters were destroyed. Elex production dropped dramatically. Extensive studies had to be conducted on the effects of emotions and how to handle them.
And how were those studies designed?
Well, you're looking at one right now.
You analyzed human behavior in the crater?
Not just there. I went all over the place. Anyway, I need a break. My body needs nutrients, regardless of the state of my stomach. Being human definitely has its drawbacks. Their immune system is pathetic. And the body always needs something. Vitamins here, proteins there, watching the metabolism, watching the blood sugar. It's exhausting. When I was an Alb, I could do incredible things all day with minimal food. But none of this is news to you. So, you want something to eat? My treat.
I won't say no.
Here you go. All the nutrients you need in one simple can.
Is that all?
Taste it. You'll be surprised at how filling it is. I need to eat right now, or I'll run into trouble down the line. Can you keep an eye out? Make sure there's nobody following us? It wouldn't be the first time.
Expecting more outlaws?
Yep, our brush with those two earlier won't go unanswered. Let's try to minimize the risk of a confrontation, huh?
Right. I'll go see if anyone's following us.
Just walk back down the path we came from. But stay within shouting distance so I can come and help you if you need it.
I think I can handle that. See you soon. Skibor was wrong. Nobody's following us. Time to head back.
So, how many people are following us? 3? 4?
Not a single one.
That's annoying. I was hoping for a little escalation. Nothing more exhilarating than an out-of-control situation. The risk, the adrenaline, it's so engaging. Still, we should get going. My stomach is still upset, but I'm just gonna ignore it. Ready to go?
Yeah, let's go.
Good. Not much farther now anyway. So, I've been wondering, when you kill someone, what do you feel? I have to be honest, for me, it's an incredible high. Something to really savor. The light in their eyes flickers out, their bodies tremble, like slowly squashing a bug.
The way I feel about it depends on who...
Right, as I was saying. Oh, I see. Your aversion toward or affection for a given individual determines the level of violence you administer.
You really like to hear yourself talk, don't you?
Oh, I can't be silent anymore. Not when every word, every breath is a new experience dawning. But you make a good point. I'll hold my tongue for now. And that'll help me concentrate on moving forward. Nearly there. I feel sort of empty.
But you couldn't wait to leave a terrorist behind.
Yes, but who knows what awaits me now? It's getting harder and harder for me to stick to the local rules. How do you deal with that when you're forced to play a role?
I do what I'm told.
But your name is synonymous with disobedience.
Well, who says I always do?
Oh, I think I understand what you're getting at. That's basically all I wanted to tell you. You're all right. The one thing that the depot can definitely offer is complete safety. From external threats, anyway. No creatures, no vagrants.
There's no such thing as absolute safety.
I think I'm beginning to understand why you disappeared from the public eye back then. Nothing gets past our defenses. I guarantee it.
Those kinds of guarantees usually break when hit with cold, hard reality.
But actually, statistically...
Spare me.
Sure, you might still be proven right. These constant attacks are taking their toll. Humans have a lot in common with that horde. They use brute numbers to overpower. Well, here we are. Your new home? Besides, I would be honored if you decided to rejoin our ranks. And I'm one of very few around here who can actually be pleased, so that's gotta count for something. Let's meet up again later. I've got something to take care of. Oh, don't forget the equipment I promised you.
Where can I find you?
If all goes as planned, I'll be at the Elex depot. Oh, speaking of which, this is for you. Normally we're all allotted fixed rations, but, well, don't ask any questions. Right, I'm running late. I'll see you later. Well, let's talk.
I don't have time for you right now.
What took you so long?
Yeah, I had trouble in the crater. Fucking outlaws.
Not interested. Did you do what I told you?
Yeah, of course. Got a little extra, too. Here.
Don't think that will buy you favor. You've tested my patience too long. Go to the silos immediately and take your ration. Your inefficiency is unacceptable. It stops now.
It'll be done.
Skibor's back.
You don't say. I just question how much you had to do with that.
He would have never gotten here without me. I was with him the whole time.
If that's true, Skibor will confirm it. Damn, what the hell was that? Let's go. Everybody follow me.
What do you want?
Who are you?
My name is Zell. I guard the silo against tampering. I make sure nobody steals Elex.
Thieves?
We've had a number of thefts. The hybrid and its ambitious plans are a thing of the past. Elex is in high demand. Albs stealing from each other. I never thought I'd see the day. Everyone gets their ration. I don't understand why some people aren't happy with it.
Some people never have enough.
Hopefully it'll just take a little time for everyone to get used to their rations.
Can I get a ration of Elex here too?
Not from me. I'm only authorized to let people go to the silos if they already have a permit. Public distribution of Elex is handled in the soldiers sector, just below the silos. Go talk to Commander Knox. He'll tell you whether you're entitled to any or not.
What happened? Answer!
I don't know.
I want answers!
Skibor. He was the last one to...
To what?
He was here. To get his Elex, and then there was this huge bang and...
That does it. Make sure everyone gets back to work. I'll take it from here.
Yes, ma'am.
Straight answer, now. Is this your work? Did you come here to further attack us?
What? I was with you when it happened.
Don't treat me like a fool. You turn up out of the blue after years away, escorting one of our agents. Then the agent and one of our silos are blown up. Coincidence? Unlikely.
Give me a break. What would I stand to gain from all that?
More than Skibor. We can scrape him off the floor while you stand here and deny it all.
We need to find out who's really behind this.
If you're really not connected to this, it's in your own interest to give me answers. So get to it. Investigate everything. I want to find out exactly what happened. I have to report to Alexator Azok. I want your report in an hour. Go!
What the hell? There's nothing to see here.
But the Elex. What about our rations?
It's taken care of.
Who? And when?
Commander Arissa, and now stop with the questions. The agents will sort everything out. All you need to care about is work. Come on, let's go.
Can you tell me more about the explosion?
It was huge. It knocked me on my back.
What happened just before the silo went up?
The same thing I told Commander Arissa. Skibor wanted to pick up his Elex ration. And just a couple minutes after I let him pass, everything went boom.
Had he been acting suspicious?
No, and he wasn't carrying anything that could account for the size of that explosion. I would have noticed a device capable of causing this immediately.
Could someone have planted a bomb in the silo before?
Out of the question. The entire area is continuously monitored.
Someone or something must have caused the explosion.
I don't understand it either. There's no logical or plausible explanation. That's all I can tell you.